Just never move.
Like a
Don't
working
move.
on it. Yeah, breathe. None of that. Can you hold your breath for 40 minutes?
Yeah, let's see. On
Okay.
today's podcast. Hey,
Cool,
we're
cool.
actually recording right now. by the
Oh,
way.
we've been recording the whole time?
Just for a little bit.
Okay, cool. I thought you were going to play me in.
Oh, yeah. So,
What happened to
hey.
that?
So, hey, everyone. It's the first guest episode of RIF'd. Thanks for joining. And our guest tonight is named Dustyn, and he's a friend of mine. And he is... Wait, am I, like, pronouncing you to death?
I don't know what pronouns are yet, so.
Sweet.
You'll
Well,
have to let me know.
anyway, he came with his own theme music. So let's just bring him in. Dustyn!
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, thank you for that music.
Yeah.
I can't believe you composed that yourself.
You
too.
know what? I want to go the extra mile here.
That's
you know?
crazy too. Like, thank you for wearing like lingerie. That's
Yeah.
super weird, but I appreciate it. Like, it's like you really amped it up, man.
Well, they do say that, like a suit and tie is a tailored suit is lingerie for men. And I've experienced that
Do you?
before.
I don't have a tailored suit. I've never had one.
I have one that fits pretty well and I had a pretty good night that night. So,
I always look like I'm wearing my dad's suit.
oh, okay. Like doesn't quite
It's
fit
like
at
shoulder
all.
pads.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
just
yeah.
looks stupid.
The sleeves too long.
I fucking hate it. It's like I have like a pinstripe suit. I don't know.
It's actually the suit he was buried in. That's enough.
My dad?
reference. No, that's enough.
He's
reference,
still
I'm sorry.
alive.
No,
That's for another season.
fair
When
enough.
he dies, this is coming
Fair
out
enough.
hot.
ASAP. Live from the services. Sorry.
We're here next to my dead dad.
That's when we go live.
Play the
That-
sound effects. Play the sound effects. Hold on. Wait, what's this button do? Oh, fuck. Perfect. I didn't even know that was the one. I thought it was going to be the applause.
There we go. There we go. That's a lot of applause. That's like a
That's
stadium.
a shit ton of applause for my
Yeah,
dad dying.
That's
He would love that.
Oh,
He'd really like that.
same. Who wouldn't?
So Dustyn is here on the show, and we're here to talk about, I don't know. We met each other through work
Oh, yeah.
at the unnamed virtualization technology company.
That's true.
There's literally tens of options.
that you can pick from. It's very obscure. No one will ever know.
You're gripping the sides of the table like Putin.
Oh, I
right
was trying
now.
to hold still. This was my this is my hold still pose.
Do you want to go get some of my son's Ritalin?
Yeah, that would be.
We can do some Ritalin.
That would be great. That would be
don't
great.
do other people's medication.
Yeah, that is frowned upon.
That's brought to you by Spotify. I'm sorry for violating terms of service.
What was your snooze? I felt like I was going to get some free snooze for coming on here. I was led to believe that they were a sponsor of yours, but
I wish, dude. I could eat those hash browns all day. I
Okay.
fucking love snooze.
okay.
You know, it's like a meme that snooze is for white people, but I'm a white people, man.
Yeah.
I like that shit.
You are mayonnaise. That's how I describe you to most people.
Really?
It's Miracle Whip. Yeah,
No, fuck Miracle Whip. That shit's gross.
that's not real mayo.
It's super
mayonnaise.
gross.
My bad.
It's super gross. Mayo is real good. I'm
What-
all about the mayo.
So, when it comes to the Kleenex of mayo, what brand is that?
Well, I'm an East Coast boy
Sure.
at heart, so it's a
Okay.
Hellman's
Okay.
for me.
Okay.
Not Best Foods. Like, what mental giant came up with the name Best Foods? I don't know.
Is it the?
Best Foods. All right, let's go home.
Are they the same people that came up with Great Value?
No.
The Great Value chain. 'Cause
No.
that's a good
Isn't that
brand name too.
Walmart or something?
It is, but I just mean, it's in that. It's like adjacent to such a. Oh, this is the best.
I only go to Walmart for vaccines because they are
Sure.
never out of stock because
Okay.
no one that goes to Walmart believes in vaccines. So they have like so many. Like, you want triple dose? Sure.
We'll get you through 2050.
Can I have a paternity test? No, we're
So-
all out.
Oh, those we don't.
They actually have them like at the counter.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Like right next to the Cheetos.
No,
Like on your
next
way
to the
out.
condoms.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes more sense.
And they might have Cheetos there.
Yeah.
They're probably everywhere.
Fire Cheetos, condoms. Yeah, man.
Fire condoms.
Yep.
Cheeto condom.
They do have the flavored stuff. So
Flavored condoms.
yeah. So why not kick it up to chips?
Flavored condoms are so weird to me, dude.
Yeah, it is. It's a strange concept.
They
but I
do
feel
make
like
ruffled condoms and Olean.
they do.
Instant anal leakage.
They are not.
Good Lord.
They are not ribbed. They are ruffled.
These are from Walmart. They're fucking ruffled. The ribs are different.
It's a different thing.
Yeah,
Sorry,
these
you
are
get that at Target.
Trajan brand.
Close.
So yeah, we know each other from the unnamed virtualization company,
It's true.
and we worked there together.
Oh yeah.
And I
Haven't
don't
seen you in
know.
years.
Yeah, we haven't seen each other since COVID
Yeah.
happened.
You look way worse. I do have to say
What? Dude, I've been working on myself.
I'm just
Been
kidding.
playing a lot of tennis.
I know. You do look more trim. You look pretty much the same. And I
Yeah.
always forget how tall you are, and I don't know why that is.
You know what? My old boss Rita, who I mentioned on previous episodes,
Sure.
when she like came out to Colorado and she met me, and she's like, "I really expected you to be like 5'3". It's like, what the fuck? How? You've only seen like up from my nipples. Well,
Maybe it's the shape of your head.
the area.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe I got a little squat head.
I don't know. You see people on Zoom and you make a lot of assumptions about, from the neck down,
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, yeah. I mean, what else are you gonna do on the Zoom? Just think about everyone from the neck down. Pin that person.
So I don't know. This is a current event. I don't know if you saw this, but they have court proceedings over Zoom now. And
Yes.
my dad actually is a parking magistrate, and he does the same type of thing. It's like
In Spain, who has magistrates?
Denver. They have so many parking
he's
tickets. They have a
Satan.
dedicated parking. Anyway, that really doesn't have that much to do with the story, but he does all his proceedings over Zoom. And I recently saw one where a guy had his other pseudonym, so not his first and last name. It was a defendant or whatever, right? And am I allowed to cuss on this?
Fuck
On
yeah. No.
His name was Buttfucker 2000 for some reason. And the judge was not pleased, and he kicked him to the Zoom lobby meeting room to think about his choice of Zoom aliases.
Dude, I thought you meant that was like on the official court paperwork.
No.
His name was Buttfucker 2000. Like
No.
he's part of Outcast, like some knockoff Outcast. Not, you meant in the Zoom.
The rated R, the more adult.
That
podcast.
happened to me at a work call one time. A guy, he joined and his name was like Open Y'all Buttholes. And then everyone was like, whoever that is, please leave. And then the dude came back and he's like, sorry, my friends got a hold of my Zoom over the weekend.
That's not my.
Weird.
That's not my.
Yeah, sorry.
Cocaine. That's not
it's like thanks, Greg.
Well, according to the comment section of this article that I saw online, it's funny. The claim was it was his brother or a roommate on the Zoom account.
But well, hold on. But your dad was there for this thing. But you saw
my
the
dad was
story?
Buttfucker 3000. I'll level with you. I was trying to make people anonymous. But yeah, happened to my dad, 100%. So sorry, Dad.
Yeah. So if you want to dox Dustyn, his last name is 3000. It was 2000. Now it's 3000.
I do got to say, just thinking about it randomly right now.
Yeah.
Two white guys say, "Hey, let's start a podcast," but you did it. That's.
I mean, I think they all do it, don't they?
I don't know.
No?
I don't know. I think it's something you say when you're like hammered. Sounds great. You guys are partying, and then it fizzles out.
I think it started on. It wasn't booze for me. It was weed. It was like, yeah, bro, I need to start like on podcast. Like,
Maybe that's the key.
I don't do weed anymore.
Okay. How long? How long?
Well, I did it this weekend, but that's because. Hold on.
How long have you been clean? 20 minutes.
So I went to a friend's house. He had us over for dinner, and he had a dinner party. And his roommate was like, "Hey, man, there's like pre-rolls over there if you want any." And then like his roommate just disappeared. But then I was at the end of the night, I was like, I kind of want a pre-roll, so I surreptitiously took one.
Damn, you and the big words.
And then sneakily,
Thank you. Thank you.
And then I smoked it. And that was it. And then, I don't know. So I had like a weird health issue with weed.
Sure.
Did I tell you about this?
I don't think so.
So it was like maybe 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half ago. I smoked weed and half my body went numb. So I like smoked some weed and we were watching Harry Potter #5, the one with the mean lady in it.
Okay.
Dolores Umbridge.
Sure.
No, lost you.
I just haven't been in that franchise. Yeah, more of a Star Wars, Star Trek, Warhammer.
Warhammer.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Office.
For looking for my Pam. You're my Pam. So half my body went numb. I was like laying on the couch and then literally just, I think it was my left side. I don't even remember. It just went numb. And I turned to my wife and said, like, I think I'm having a stroke. So
wow.
Yeah, it was scary. I went to the hospital and they ran all these tests on me and they're like, well, first the EMTs came and they're like, have you ever smoked weed before? Like, they were really pissy with me.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
What have you done? Oh,
right.
You're high?
Right.
The instant you tell them you're high, they don't like you.
Yeah.
Because, first of all, they're all fucking high. Because they make $12 an hour.
Sure.
And they have access to ketamine.
You know what? I was about to say the same thing.
They get paid dick. And
the good stuff, too.
They have, like, the good stuff.
Yeah,
like, enough to kill autistic black man in Denver.
Sure. Sure.
Sorry, Elijah. You got the raw deal, dude. So my body went numb. I went to the hospital. They were constantly like, "Well, you're just high. You're just high."
Yeah.
Turns out I was just high. I'd never
wow.
had weed make half my body go numb. And so like like a week later I was like, I got to try this again.
Sure.
Because it's weed. You gotta try it again.
Yeah.
I used the same batch and it made me go numb again. So I guess there's something in that weed.
Huh.
And then I tried it again. I was like, I got to try this again. So
well, of course.
Third time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was just like, I don't know what it was. Like maybe it was tainted.
How long did that last?
Like 6 hours.
Really?
Yeah, it was terrifying. I literally thought like a blood clot was just going to go blam.
Could you walk?
Yeah. No, all that was fine. But it was like, it felt like Novocaine, but just on one side of my body.
So not like totally numb, just like very deadened.
Like surface to 1/8 of an inch inside my body numb.
Okay. So you like.
Even my tongue.
Yeah.
My eyeball. Like it was weird.
Wow. So like someone could have bit you and it wouldn't be as bad, or someone could have stabbed you and it wouldn't be. That's basically.
Yeah, I wasn't really thinking about the positives.
I didn't think this was a
combat
positive scenario.
Like pluses and minuses.
Why are you going into rooms left side first? That's pretty weird.
It's my power. They can only minorly hurt me on this side if I smoke this one batch of weed.
What is that movie with Ben Stiller where he's like angry? He has all the powers are lame, and one of them's he just gets mad. I can't think of it.
Shit! I saw that in the theater. I think
Janine Garofalo.
I saw that in the theater. Nice. I don't know what it was called.
Nice.
And it had like a Smash Mouth song was like the main song of it.
Rest in peace. That guy.
Him.
Yeah. Everyone knows. Everyone knows what we're talking about. It's the hair. It's iconic.
The lose. It was the something.
I think William H. Macy is in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a laptop here.
Yeah, let's do it.
I don't know if this is actually worth exploring. Fuck, I don't like Ben Stiller movies, to be honest.
Well, I like Ben Stiller sometimes. I like the movie sometimes, but I will say that there was a run in the early 2000s where he played the same character in like 6 movies.
That's just Ben Stiller.
True, but I do like the when he's the villain. I do like that a little bit.
Like in the Fat Kid movie?
Yes, that and Dodgeball.
Heavyweights and Dodgeball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Happy Gilmore. He was the bad guy in that too.
Ben Stiller?
Yeah.
No, that is not Ben Stiller.
He was the nurse at the nursing home.
Oh, okay. See, when I think of the villain, I think of Shooter McGavin. Yeah. No, you're right. That was a much more sinister,
nuanced
villain. yeah.
Oscar bait.
That was more of a cameo. Let's be real. Kind of like McConaughey and.
I don't know movies, so just tell me.
McConaughey, Wolf of Wall Street. Matthew McConaughey.
Still haven't seen that.
Okay, well, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But Matthew McConaughey, it's kind of a weird cameo where he beats on his chest and kind of entertaining. He keeps his shirt on though. I guess he's well known for not having his shirt on, but I think he keeps his shirt on in that one.
So that's a pass.
Much to my dismay as well. Yeah, we'll skip that for movie night. That's a no. That's a veto.
So, yeah, all right. Well, that's a good amount of things to talk about right there.
Sure.
That we talked about.
Sure.
But I guess, for those of you not in the know and that did listen to the last episode and my employment at Home Depot, Dustyn also worked at Home Depot, and I just need to.
Sure.
Sorry, I mean home store.
Yeah, home improvement chain, major home improvement chain. Sure. Yeah.
Named Home Depot.
Yeah. May or may not be. And by the way, it's not Home Depot. It's the Home Depot.
No one says that.
Yeah.
I got to go to the Home Depot.
It's the opposite of Ukraine because everyone says the Ukraine.
Yeah.
But it's just Ukraine. So that the gets lost for some reason from an Eastern
Home Depot
bloc.
is the opposite of Ukraine because there's not unmitigated death.
It's an antonym. See, now we're getting somewhere. Now this is your ground floor takeoff of the podcast. This is how movies are made. This is how careers are won.
All right. We'll just edit that part out.
Anyway, good. Thank you.
This is how movies are
the
made.
stuttering. Please edit out all the stuttering.
All right. We're right on it. I'm on it.
Cool. Fantastic. Yeah, because I'm going to show this to like my friends and family, and I want to see.
Are you?
Cool. Well, of course. Yeah, man. This is my first
media debut.
Debut. Yeah. Debutante is how they say it.
Sweet.
Actually. Yeah.
You worked at Home Depot.
I did work at Home Depot.
What did you do there?
I started as a cashier.
What did you end as?
24 as a kitchen designer.
What?
So
you did?
I started at the bottom, and I designed some cabinets, some countertops. I had to think about countertops. I had to what else did I do?
I always envied you motherfuckers in the kitchen design because you had chairs.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't have a chair.
You had computers too.
Yeah, you had a computer, you had a chair, and I'm over here trying to shoplift random things.
So
to make me feel better about working at the Home Depot.
You know what we called you guys? Lumber.
Wood fuckers.
No. Well, lumber and anything that was like hardware, anything where it wasn't like a special order thing or whatever. We called you were hard side.
Hard side?
Yeah.
That's actually kind of cool.
It is kind of cool. We were soft side, not as cool.
Like Sears.
Sure. Yeah. The softer side. Yeah, I remember that. That's dating you and dating me a little bit, knowing
and
that
if you
Sears
want to date
exists.
me, email me at riftpod@gmail.com.
What the hell is Sears? Who's Sears?
Yeah.
Roebuck. So yeah, we're getting really ancient. So anyway, I did start as a cashier, and then I sold doors and windows because they recognized that I was really good at selling those little if the battery goes out on the drill, you can get this
your clients
warranty.
are 70 and scared of everything.
Oh yeah, dude, fear is a very effective sales tactic. I learned that at an early age.
Wait, so you sold batteries for the door?
No. I leaped a little bit there. The reason I went to Millworks door and window sales is when I was a cashier, I was good at selling the replacement plans for the hardware. So it's you're scanning it and you're this little thing pops up and for 2 years we'll cover the battery or
I never
whatever.
buy those things.
Yeah,
I always take it as an assault.
Yeah, you should. It is.
I don't want you to tell me that.
Yeah. I had to, and I was really good at it. So, but like you said, I did case people, I kind of made some judgments and really went for those vulnerable looking people and sold them warranties they didn't need. And that advanced my career. I got upwards of 30 cents more an hour.
How much did you make again?
Oh gosh, that was
I made 10 at Home Depot on hard side.
Yeah, I think started at 10. One of my big raises was 1070.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like that. The snowboard game?
You're a little, you're shorting 10.
Oh.
You're shorting 10.
Shit.
Yeah.
I had the Wish brand.
That's
of
what
that game.
That's 2.9 spins. I think,
Mm.
right? That's
It's
2.9
not
revolution.
point-worthy.
Yeah, we rounded up. We rounded up for you. So yeah, went to doors and windows, and then went to millwork. Sorry, sounds better.
Did you like
Sounds
going
cool.
to work?
You know what? Sorta. It just I would say the big kicker, kind of something you mentioned, was the money. That I was broke in those days. That was not. I was living at home.
Yeah.
Right. So. But I did, I'm, me, and everyone else listening does as well, right? Obviously, you know, I
Yeah,
like the
everyone does,
social, I like the social interaction of retail, and retail in general is tough, right? Like that's a retail and food service are always, you know, a little
You don't get days off
challenging.
for
Yeah,
one. Like
well,
you get like one day every. They're like work 4 months in a row and you get a day off.
or you had, did you ever have what they called a clopen, where you closed and then opened? So you were there till 10 p.m.
I
and
thought
then
that was like the butthole of a lizard.
That's one of the definitions. That's where it comes from. Anyway, not to get into
I never
retail
did a
jargon.
I never did a clopen.
Yeah.
And I never did the inventory. I always
Oh.
like skipped out on all that shit.
You should. Yeah, holidays were rough too. You always worked like Black Friday and stuff like that. I worked at Best Buy, same type of thing. Yeah, you didn't really have holidays off. You usually worked weekends, at least, you know, for
I don't
what I did.
remember what my schedule was in
Okay.
lumber.
Okay.
I don't even know how long I was there. Like I remember getting hired and being excited because I was going to make $10 an hour.
Sure.
They made us watch a sexual harassment video, like day one.
Nice.
And there was this guy and this woman was there in mom jeans, and he was like, "I really like your jeans," and she was like, "Thanks," and he said, "I want you to wear those every day." And that was like everyone laughed. It's like that pair, like. Do you want first sniff rights? Like what the fuck is this?
That's just enough it's just the tone. It's in the tone. And you did really sell it. Yeah, actually, so the end of this story does end up with me on video, actually, which is fun.
Showing your clopen.
Not quite, unfortunately. They don't have the detail, you know, required for that. This was pre HD. This was pre 4K, 5K, 10K.
So you're on video for what?
So, at this time I'm designing kitchens or whatever, and I am on this is my unceremonious, you know, decline, I guess, after 4-ish years at that organization. And this time I'm making
upwards, which is a lifetime in Home Depot years.
Oh yeah.
That's like you're like a wizened old man.
Oh yeah. I had seniority. I had full seniority there. I had 3 vacation days, which was unprecedented.
Fuck,
yeah.
3 a year.
It was 3 every, you know, year and a half, but still, it was pretty juicy.
With blackout dates.
Yeah. Like a timeshare. Yeah. We actually had to buy a timeshare there too as part of getting vacation days. I got
a different Home Depot. You can
got a free clock.
Stay in a gazebo.
Analog clock. But anyway, so yes, am I saying too much too? You kind of I don't know. What's the count? We should have an count.
No.
I say it anyway.
I say it a lot.
I digress. Is that better than So I was going on my merry little way.
Just said again.
I know. It's tough. Now I'm all worried about it. So I was walking back from the break room to, like, they had a hot dog stand that had cheddar brats. And that was my lunch a lot. Cheddar brats, Fritos, and a Mountain Dew, baby. I was running like health, you know, fitness courses at that time, and I definitely lived my lifestyle,
Just
you know,
classic
with
Dew?
those. Yeah.
Standard Dew? Full octane?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Nothing. Just green.
I love
just
that
straight
stuff.
up light yellow. That kind of woke me up for lunch. So I'm on my way to do that, and and so I'm clocked out. You know, keep that in mind.
Clocked out.
I'm clocked
on
out.
Cam.
Yeah.
Full of Dew
on
and
cam.
brat.
Oh yeah. Actually, not yet. I was on my way. I was thinking about it. It was
Okay.
on my mind. You know, right?
Yeah.
Salivating about, you know, that tasty, delicious, nutritious meal. And a coworker pulls me aside, and she's like, "Have you heard of planking?" And I'm like, "No, not really." And
like she's a Jehovah's Witness.
You, sir,
interested in learning about planking?
And I said yes. I said yes. What does that mean? And she shows me on her flip phone in the very, you know, grainy picture of a couple people planking. And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, so you should find something to plank on, and then I'll take a picture of it, because that's the thing. And I was like, okay. Where?
Was she cute?
Yeah, of course.
She was a cashier
Yeah.
asking you?
Yeah.
All right.
That's how. Yeah, it took me back to
Top
my
grade at Home Depot.
time.
Basically a supermodel.
I very much slipped back into my old cashier ways. You know, I got I got so far, and then my eventual downfall. So yeah, there's these two platforms. It's like it's like register to register, and then there you can kind of like lay flat on a plank between two of them, and I did that, and she took a picture of it, and cool, didn't think of anything of it. Well, apparently a few other people did that in other scenarios. Like some guy did it across some grocery
I mean,
carts,
that's the whole thing with planking, right?
Yeah.
You got to do it on everything.
Yeah, and
Everywhere.
it's spread. It went a little viral within the store. There was like 6 of us, and so I come in like I think maybe they've been on Thursday. I come in on a Monday. I get pulled into an office and told, "Hey, can you tell us what happened?" And like it really came up
This
like
weekend?
that. Yeah, I was like, "What do you mean?"
I got so fucked up.
Yeah.
What else?
Yeah, next question, right? And they're like, "Well, like, do you remember, doing any kind of I forget what the wording was, acrobats or something like that?" I'm like, acrobatics. I'm like, not really.
Do you remember doing any acrobats? This trapeze artist says,
"Were you at the circus this weekend?" Clowns, fire jugglers. So I was like,
you dead to rights.
they did. They, it's funny because that's how it, like looking back and kind of in the moment, it was kind of like being in this like very lame version of like a detective film of like this, like what do they call
They wanted to nail you.
what do they call those? They're
Interrogation.
like the loss prevention. That's what I was looking for.
Oh,
the
God.
LP
Fuck
loss
those guys.
prevention. This dude came down from corporate. He came down from the big
He's
store.
from PP though, plank prevention.
He's this guy. He was a specialist.
Excellent form, but
that's what they call this guy. And it was funny because he's like, "Well, write a statement," and I was kind of like guided through the statement.
you had to write one.
I had to write a statement. He's like, "Well, what did you?" He's like, "Okay, cool." He's like, "Okay, well, tell me what about this detail?" "Okay, what about this detail?" He's like, "The more detail, the better." And I didn't realize I was like kind of
Signing your own epitaph.
Yeah, exactly. See, you with the words. So, anyway, so he's like, "Okay, this should be no big deal, whatever." So I come back, my next shift, I think I had a couple days off, and I had to look up something on the computer before my shift,
Was
and
it planking?
couldn't log in. Nope, couldn't log in. I'm like, "Well, why can't I log in?" And yeah, my one of my managers calls me in and says, "Hey, got to let you go. That's a safety violation." And I was like, "Well, golly gee, I wasn't clocked in," thinking, "Oh, got him now." But if it's a safety violation or sexual harassment, doesn't matter if you're clocked in or not. So yeah, and I was, they gave me my paycheck in cash though. That was, that helps, right? That helps a
tight.
little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels good.
Yeah. I didn't have to go to the bank. It's, it's kind of weird. Everyone got fired, by the way. Yeah.
Everyone got fired.
Everyone got fired that did it. Yeah. They were told, I don't know how much more time we have, but
We have it all. Everyone stop listening.
It's just you and but that's true anyway. It's just you and me.
Well, this is
What
all
do you
right.
mean?
There. Yeah. Great. Amazing.
Next. Where's the cane? Where's the yeah, they fired everybody. The store manager was given the offer like, "Well, you could put everyone on final or you can fire all of them." And he was like, "Yeah, let's fire all."
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Cut 'em
Well,
up, man.
Yeah, I think it was 6 of us that
Really?
yeah.
The planking 6.
Yeah, it was that is what we called ourselves. Or we should have. One of the my colleagues that was also let go called me and he's like, we should tell 9 News about this. We should, we should stir up some media. And I was just like, man, I just had the sweet release of getting kicked out of retail. But I'm just, and I wasn't, it's funny because I wasn't necessarily like.
It's not that hard to do.
Right.
I mean, they just like shit people out.
Yeah. And I was just thinking at the time, like, this will work out. I don't know. It was kind of like while I was getting fired, I was just, I just had that attitude that like, this will be fine. And
Yeah.
it's hard to be mad at because that's actually what got me into IT in a weird way. Because
Jesus planked, bro. Jesus actually got to start planking.
I mean,
Well, he's a carpenter, so
it's an old trope. It's an old trope of success. So the quote unquote interesting part of someone that didn't get fired, you were talking about an accident that happened
Yeah.
So after I was fired, there was someone who ran a forklift, like the forks.
It's always the forklift, dude.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It didn't take a lot to get forklift certified at Home Depot.
I failed it. I did
you?
fail at the first. Oh yeah. I mean, you've seen me drive, right?
Well,
You've seen my car.
he's planking on the pedals. What's he even doing?
Why is he curled up like that? It's a different issue. That's a different story. No, so this guy ran the forks up into the heater because, it was raised or whatever. I think it was some kind of gas, right? It's like, what is it, propane up there?
Damn.
Yeah. So had to call the fire department. They had to evacuate the store. He got put on a final. Because it wasn't on purpose.
What?
I was fired.
But like from an insurance standpoint, if you blow up an entire Home Depot and kill everyone inside, I think that's probably more money than if a guy planks and falls.
4 feet, sure. 3-4 feet.
Especially someone with your physique. Like it's like iron. It's like iron cable. You're not gonna not plank. Like you're gonna crush that thing. You could probably plank for hours.
I think Kevin, you're talking a little out of turn. Because I don't think you have much insurance, expertise. Do you? Can you run those numbers?
Don't plank here. Are you threatening to plank here? My homeowners can't take that.
I don't know. I was gonna hit a.
I'm not an
a gas
actuary.
main.
No,
I was gonna. Sure.
But if I Hamas the whole fucking store,
sure,
with my forklift skills, I feel like that's probably worse.
Sure,
that's very timely.
Yeah, no, that's on topic.
Yeah,
that when this gets put into a time capsule, and they uncover it in 2233.
It's like, what's on this SD card? Some MP3 and butthole pics.
Yeah, this is not gonna be an MP3. Come on.
Wave files. It's a wave.
Is it a wave file?
Yeah.
Okay. That's uncompressed. Is that the best format? Okay. Cool.
I don't know.
No midis. Do you know
I
midis?
smoke mids.
Okay. But you can't anymore, I thought. That's sorry.
Just that one batch.
All right.
Fair enough.
Crazy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like if your forklift guy and my forklift guy met, they would cancel each other out. He'd be like, "I fucking got the heater. Don't worry, man. I'll get the sprinkler main. Problem solved. Let's go smoke some weed and never come back."
It's no coincidence we met. I think.
I don't know what that means. Is this?
I came here with the full intention on seducing you through a podcast, and I think it's going okay.
Yeah, this is great. We're gonna end right there.
All right.
Thanks, everybody.
Fantastic.
So yeah, the forklift was always getting into shit. We had it stuck in the mud one time, and it weighs 1 trillion pounds. So it just stayed in the mud.
Well,
no one could use the forklift that day.
I do have to walk that back. It was technically the reach truck. The forklift is like the tank-looking one, right? The reach truck goes up and goes forward and is like a little more agile. For those out there that may be offended by my misuse of the word reach truck.
If you are offended by the heavy equipment misnaming, this is not the podcast for you.
There's an email rolling in about the misuse of the heavy equipment naming portion of your show.
Yeah, they said it's a scissor lift, you fucking idiot. Unsubscribe. Holy shit.
Unlike unsubscribe.
That's crazy.
Unshare.
That's from my mom. The hell?
Wow. You said this wasn't live.
Neither is she. So you went from Home Depot. You got your start in IT.
I did. Yep.
That's it.
Yeah. Then now
what happened?
The rest is history.
How'd you do IT?
So the guy who hit the heater actually got me a job at a data center. So it's hard to be too mad at him, right? And yeah, I just learned some Linux, learned some networking, and then just,
Why would you be mad at the heater guy? He didn't.
Well, not mad at him, like mad at the situation.
Because he was on final and you were planking and gone.
And got fired. It doesn't make any sense, right? Because I got fired and then I made a lot more money, right? But you were still fired. And it's weird. It's mixed emotions.
I got fired one time. I worked at a car dealership and I hated it, and no one was buying any cars because it was like in the middle of a recession.
Sure.
So I would just like go into the cars and take a nap, and then like all my hardworking coworkers, they're all like Mexican guys that work super hard.
Sure.
They told on me to the boss, and I was like, "How dare you tell on me for sleeping in the fucking car?"
Were you a salesperson? What were you doing?
No, I was like a lot boy.
Ah.
Lot attendant.
Lot tech.
A lot of
Like-
tendon.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
And yeah, then they were like, they just told on me and I got fired.
Sure,
And that's the only time I've been fired,
they were jealous.
I think. Yeah, that's the only time I've been fired.
So, it's funny. The nap, you mentioned a nap, and you said nap party at some point in one of the podcasts, and you missed out on the
I said
opportunity.
nap party?
Yeah, something about sleep party or nap party in Spain or something. And
yeah.
you missed out on the chance to say siesta fiesta.
I
And
did.
that really stuck out in my head as far as something to critique you about and confront you about.
You
So
heard it here.
I'm glad.
I said nap party,
Instead.
and we'll go add siesta fiesta back to that
Yeah,
episode. I
let's-
think that was very early on. I was talking about the recruiter from Spain and what do they do.
Okay, there you go. See, I'm a fan. I didn't just charge in here
Good,
without
great
doing homework.
callback.
Episode 900, I would be like, do you remember episode 36?
You remember you said nap party? You fucking piece of shit.
You were
The fact that you're on episode 900 is mind blowing because you're dog shit at this, and you should not do it.
Oh, I report you all the time, and they don't deplatform you. I make up the wildest shit. I give them the Hamas verbiage that you
I mean,
use.
that would
All
probably
that-
I'll get deplatformed from that.
That alone. Yeah, man. Do you remember Soundtrack or Ultimate Electronics? Does that
We
ring a
didn't have
bell?
those.
Okay.
Well,
So-
not out east. We didn't have those.
Maybe Fry's?
No,
Does that ring a bell?
we didn't have. I've been to a Fry's. Well, they all
Okay.
closed now.
Okay, but you know what I'm talking about, right? Like an electronic
Yeah,
boutique,
yeah.
mainly audio, kind of high-end-ish.
Okay.
So I worked at one. I guess we're talking about work now, but you brought it up with the nap. The nap thing really hit me as far as things to talk about. So I was at Soundtrack, and we were all in sales, right? A bunch of us, 20-year-old idiots.
You
right?
work at it. Like, is this like car audio or
Both? But I sold home audio. They did both, but I sold like big
what's
screens.
what's the like strata there? Like, is home better than car,
Oh,
or is
yeah.
car better than
No, home's better.
classier than car?
You make way more. Like you're
But
talking
also, like, you look down on them, or
yeah.
okay,
Oh, a little bit. Like not like seriously, but in the back of your mind, you're like,
you're a fucking car guy.
come on.
come on.
Like let's compare checks, bro. Like not that I mean, I was not a
$380, motherfucker, pre-tax.
So I was quite shy in those days, which is not conducive to sales. And if you didn't make enough commission, you got minimum wage on your check.
Mm,
And I'd say 70% of the time, I pulled what they called min.
yeah.
It's a min check.
Okay.
Got that min check, baby. But yeah, it's funny you bring that up. Yeah, it was that like whole home, like they had a thing where it was like, well, if you're in car audio, you shouldn't really be going over and selling TVs, but vice versa. And then they kind of opened that up, and that was a dramatic.
Like, this is my
event.
score, bro. Like, you're taking commission away from
Yeah.
that person, and
Yeah, it was
Okay.
pure commission too. And then you had that anyway, right? Between salesmen, like, oh, like he talked to you first, but then he came back and bought from me. Well, what should we do?
you fucking stink, bro.
Should we do a 60-40 or should we do a 75-25? Depends on, there was no like official stance on the company. So it was always like, well, you two work it out.
Oh
'cause we
wow,
don't
yeah,
want-
that's great.
It goes well.
So did you nap, or are we just not talking about
Oh,
naps anymore?
well, I distracted myself. Thank you very much. So yeah, I had a coworker who, straight up, there was a dark like area with like a bunch of like miscellaneous equipment, and on hangovers, he would pound down a 30 an hour and a half nap, But I played my Game Boy SP in there sometimes, but I feel like sleeping at work is at least kind of another level. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I was necessarily napping either. Like, a lot of time I was just listening to the radio and
Sure.
just chilling in
Sure.
a Honda Civic.
sure,
I was a horrible employee. They
New
were
or
right
used?
to fire me.
new or used?
New.
Okay.
I taught myself how to drive stick on a new Honda CRV, and I was
Nice.
just like ruining it in the back lot, like like burning the clutch out of the CRV.
That's good times.
One time I parked a car in between two cars, and I thought I could fit, and it turns out it couldn't, but I kept going. So
Sure.
I ruined 3 cars at once. Like,
You didn't get fired for that.
I didn't tell anyone. I just left it there.
Minor damage.
I mean, it was like the entire sides of, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4 sides of vehicles were scratched.
Sure, new cars.
Yeah.
Oh, probably buffed out, right? Everything's buffed
Well,
right out, right?
like these dealers have their own body shop. That's
Right,
fine.
right.
They're just giving work to those guys.
How old were you?
I think I was 18.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I hear that.
I have I'm really bad at figuring out times.
Well, half your brain's dead now.
It's true.
So
Yeah, after the stroke.
this is impressive what you're able to do right now. I'm talking to half your face.
Honestly, quitting weed has like helped my recall tremendously.
That's weird.
Yeah, isn't that weird? I'm motivated. I'm in school now. Today was my first day of college.
Damn, how was it?
I finished a class already.
Nice.
I completed a course.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is it self-paced, whatever?
Yes.
Nice.
So I just took the test and I passed instantly.
Western Governors, baby.
Western Governors
Yeah.
University.
Is that like
baby.
big in IT? Because I've seen it a lot.
Yeah, because
IT.
IT is full of shitbags. So it's big in shitbag world. IT is like the island of misfit toys where everyone's like got half an arm and they're just like,
Well, for support.
Yeah,
for
but I
support.
don't know if it's just support, man. If you're in IT and you're not a shitbag, let me know.
Give us a call.
And I'll tell you you're wrong.
1-877
Cars
whatever.
for kids.
Oh man. If you do want to donate a car though, we are both accepting cars. You won't get a tax break or anything, but we
I
will
don't
take
want
the car.
your crappy car.
I will take the cars. I will take the car.
I just got a new car, man.
Push, pull, or drag. What kind of car did you get?
A Porsche
Ooh,
911
I thought it was
turbo.
It's not Porsche.
It's Porsche.
It's a Porsche. Okay. When are you giving me a ride? Let's go.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go.
Let's do it from.
It's fast. You don't want
Yeah.
to ride in it.
Well, come on.
Yeah, that's what I do when I get unemployed.
Oh, yeah.
So my
Makes
wife likes to joke that anytime there's like a big change in my life, I end up buying a car, and she's not wrong.
I mean,
So I did this.
nice. It's the best one so far, right?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, yeah.
It's my dream car.
It was your dream car?
Yeah,
Nice. You're living
Yes.
your dream.
I kind of am, and I don't have a job, so I was just like staring at this expensive car in my garage, like, what the fuck did? Why?
I will say that not working is one of my dreams. So you are in the
It's so good.
yeah.
I mean, I'm on an unemployment, which is cool.
Yeah.
But I need health care.
Yeah. Just don't
It's expensive.
stop having strokes. That's all you got to do.
Still having strokes, mate. I can't.
Not to get political,
Yeah,
but
please do.
the best healthcare. Usually when I say not to get political, I say something not political, but this time I am sort of. But yeah, the best healthcare in America is just don't get sick. And I know that sounds flippant, but just motivation to stay healthy, I guess.
You have to.
By barrel of a gun.
It's whoa. Okay, we'll edit that out.
by Second Amendment bleep.
You have to, like, having healthcare tied to your job is like the most oppressive bullshit
It's weird.
idea that this country abides by right now. It's
Well,
just
I
horrible.
wouldn't say the most, but it's weird.
It's the most. You're wrong.
Wrong.
Yeah,
Wrong.
lack of healthcare. No, it's horrible.
Yeah, it's awful. I agree.
Because like mental health care, no one does that because it's so expensive. My wife's a
Yeah.
therapist, and people have to pay out of pocket like $200 an hour for a lot of therapists.
It's insane.
And their insurance might not cover it, or honestly, if you have government health care like Medicaid or Medicare, that's the best time to get that shit because they'll cover it.
Oh yeah. Well, and then that's tough too because my mom's a nurse, and then I know an up and coming therapist. I guess she's studying to be one. And there's a lot of reasons that different orgs do not want to take Medicare and Medicaid. So it's like this because they pay. It's like only a percentage of their bill.
No, and it's more paperwork and
Right.
more accountability. But my wife's hard up for that paper. She don't give a shit. She's gonna take Medicare. She's gonna take Zimbabwe care.
Do
She'll
it
take
all.
anything.
Bitcoin,
Yeah.
Dogecoin.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I shouldn't
Pot.
mock Bitcoin. It's up to $33,000.
All right, let's not talk about crypto. I hate it. It's so dumb.
What's that server over there? You're not mining right now?
Yeah. I'm not. It's proof
I
of
was
stake.
nodding to a blank.
I don't even know what I'm looking at. I just looked at like.
Well, you looked. That's what's great. You looked at a server over there.
Do I have a server?
that bald eagle over there. Why is that nest up on that? What's that nest up there?
Yeah, I think healthcare sucks. And for
Yeah.
me, it's like $2,000 a month for my family right now because I'm on Cobra.
Jeez. Ooh.
Yeah. And then if you look at healthcare plans, they're horrible.
Yeah.
It's like, do you want Kaiser?
Right.
No. Well, have you thought about Kaiser?
So $2K a month, that's 4 people.
Yeah.
500 a piece. Wow.
Yeah. Well, that's the full cost of healthcare. Like, that's what my job was paying.
Oh, gotcha. Wow, that's how that works, huh?
Yeah.
Damn.
You pay the full fucking nut.
You should get a job.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying. It's hard out here.
No, I get you. No, you said you just got some good news. So
Yeah, I had an interview last week. And the lady I thought she was ghosting me, so I emailed her
Sure.
on Monday.
okay.
And now she emailed me and said, we're going on to the next round, baby.
For context, everybody, it is Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 days.
Yeah.
I hate recruiters. My buddy Ryan, who also wants to be on the show, or maybe he doesn't want to, but he said he would do it.
Sure.
He used to be a recruiter, so I want to ask him about
hell yeah.
what it's like to be Satan.
On the other side.
It's like, how many jobs do you have where it's like, I guess, a good thing if you don't email people back?
Sure. Yeah, I don't know if you remember a certain recruiter at our former workplace, but there were some interesting ghosting or whatever.
Internal recruiter?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's even worse.
Yeah, it was pretty weird.
That's like complete disrespect if an internal recruiter ghosts you.
Yeah.
Because also you can just go to their desk and slap them or plank on it.
There's a lot of options. Well, I've used my planking tickets. I'm scared. Won't even do it at the gym.
You done planked out,
no.
son.
It's my excuse for not doing it as a workout. It's hard.
I was doing that for a while. I'm going to have to get back into that now that it's getting cold.
Yeah, you better, dude. Damn. It is. It's unfortunate. It's tough out there when it's cold.
I do, I call it keversize.
And I
And
like it already.
it's like a hipster version of exercise.
Shocking.
I have a vinyl record player.
Okay.
I wish I was lying.
Do you have huge headphones that plug into it?
No, I have speakers, but like I'll
Okay.
pick a record and that's my exercise record for the day.
Okay.
Because they're like 40 something minutes, right?
Sure.
I don't know. Some record nerd can be like, it's 42 minutes at this RPM. But
I
so
sped
like,
it up a little. I was feeling tired.
So yeah, because I don't want to do full hours. So I'm
Sure.
just like, cover size for one record.
Yeah.
Do a lot of planking.
Sure.
Forward fold.
Okay.
I love some
oh yeah.
forward fold
Oh
in
yeah.
my
Me
life.
too. Who doesn't?
It's not hard
Burpees?
exercise.
You do burpees.
My daughter tries to get me to do
Yeah.
burpees, and I don't like them.
Yeah.
I'd rather just burp and pee.
It's way more rewarding. I do sort of a similar thing. I've been kind of in the get into shape vibe, whatever. And one of my
can
things,
tell.
yeah, right.
My God.
Well, thank you. And that's why I didn't wear a shirt today. I'm thank you for noticing. So, anyway, one of my things is I'm not a big cardio guy, but I started kickboxing and I was like, okay, I want some more stamina or whatever. And I can definitely binge watch TV. So I was like, well, why don't I combine the two? So I've been watching Ozark. Why? Only while on the elliptical. So
What does that have to do with kickboxing? Do you
staying
kick?
Yeah, I do
on the
kick on the
elliptical?
elliptical. No, sorry. You know that I'm a very
I don't know.
sequential,
I don't even know you.
organized storyteller.
I
How
don't
dare
know
you?
God, why are you here, shirtless man?
No. I was making the parallel, and you were saying that you had like a 40-minute thing
Yeah.
to do. Like mine's an episode of Ozark or so, where I'll watch.
Which is what? Like, is it one of those shows where it's like random? I feel like every show
yeah,
has
there's some
no
flexibility.
runtime anymore.
Yeah.
It's just up to the gods.
Well, it's on Netflix, right? So they can do whatever they want.
I tried to watch that show and then I stopped.
Mm.
And it wasn't. It was me. It was my fault. It had nothing to do with the show. But it's like
Okay.
Jason Bate, man. He's not funny,
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a dark comedy.
is it? I
I
only
think
watched
so.
the first episode.
Oh well, okay. Yeah, you gave it an honest shot, right?
I gave. I'm bad at like that type of show too. Like Breaking Bad.
Sure.
I watched like the first 2 episodes and that was it.
So, me and my friends met this guy. They were talking about The Good Place, the show.
I love that show.
Yeah. So my friend does not like the show. Watched about 6 episodes. Fair enough. I'm never going to be weird. Oh, you don't like it? I like it. Whatever. I thought it was pretty good. Someone at a party was like, "Well, bro, you just you need to stick it out. You get through the first just trudge through the first 3 seasons. I love that shit, right? Like if you trust
It's
me,
so common these
by
days.
season 9, just just hold your nose and watch the first 20 years of this content, and it really does hit. I promise. I feel like that's how your podcast is going to be.
Like one season, I'll maybe do one season of bad TV if you promise me that it's going to be good. But like, I remember talking to people about The Walking Dead. They'd always be like, "Do you watch Walking Dead?"
Yeah,
I'd be like, "No," and they'd be like, "Don't." And I was like, "Why?" And they're like, "Well, it sucks now. It's like super slow, but now I'm invested in it, and I can't not watch it."
Yeah.
So that's the opposite side of the scenario where it's just like you're stuck watching this show. So I've still never seen that.
That's kind of like World of Warcraft. Like if you've played it, you tell people not to play it.
Not everyone I know that still plays it's like, you should come back.
Oh, they don't know what they're talking about. It's really unfortunate that they are need to go to rehab. That's sad for them.
I played Vanilla WoW.
Okay. Yeah.
I got to level 40 because everyone's like, dude, once you get to level 40, you get your mount.
Yeah.
Shit is so tight. I got my mount and I was like, oh, cool. It's like I can get to nowhere faster. I quit.
Literally. You can ride a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Or a horse.
I was a hunter, so I already had like aspect of the cheetah that gave me sort of like 15% move speed or whatever the hell it was at the time. So it was like mount wasn't even that mind blowing to me. I was like, I was already running at 85% of this.
This is pointless. This is pointless.
It's bullshit.
No, I definitely played the remake during lockdown, and I met some really cool people in Canada. But yeah, you said it best.
Like your girlfriend?
You're going nowhere. Yeah.
You don't know her.
No,
I don't.
We aren't together anymore. She met a nice young man in Colorado. I did do all the paperwork for her citizenship, but hey, here we are.
Sweet.
So.
That's awesome.
She has the house, the kids, it's fine.
You have kids?
It's fine. I have one kid. He's 20, by the way.
You do. Oh my God, your son.
I'm an adult.
That's nuts.
Yeah. Well, I'm 62. I mean, it's
you have someone that might bail you out.
We'll see.
Problems.
I try to be nice to him. I try to be mostly nice to him for that reason specifically.
Yeah.
And I tell him that all the time.
Like, I'm gonna need you in a pinch.
Yeah. Or like help me retire or something.
No.
We'll see.
No one's gonna do that. No one's retiring.
Those days are over. Yeah. Yeah.
The only people that are going to retire are already retired, and they're all on next door. So you can maybe ask them what they did.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Well, I avoided minorities, and I bought a house for $300.
I put in 3 applications and got 3 offers. Okay. You just got to knock on doors.
Yeah, bootstraps, baby.
Yeah.
My bootstrap's strong as fuck.
Yeah.
What's wrong with yours?
I will say that I do feel lucky to be in my industry. Kind of goes against the grain for what a lot of people are experiencing somewhat. So, just millennials in general, I guess it's tough. So
you're a late millennial, though.
Zillennial.
What? How old are you?
X and millennial. So it's zillennial, like a xylophone. Yeah. Or elder millennial.
I'm older than you.
I'm 38. How old are you? Yeah.
I'm 40. Yeah, I'm about to turn 41.
Older the berry, sweeter the juice.
This is the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. That's what Tupac said.
The more ancient the berry, the more decrepit the...
The fucking vinegar comes out if you squeeze me, man.
I think it's darker. Did you say darker or blacker the berry?
I'm just saying what Tupac said.
Okay. Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure Tupac
said
that.
Pretty sure. Here we are. From sure to pretty sure. Okay.
Oh, God.
To the most gentle interrogation and pushback. So, yeah. I don't know. Is that a...
I think that's good. Do you think we're good?
I think that's a wrap.
I think we're solid.
Yeah, I'm ready to go to bed.
We've ripped.
We did rip
shit out of this.
Yeah, this was a good little window into our typical
53 minutes.
Damn, are you serious?
Yeah. Why did it feel longer?
I had no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What's your longest episode?
This.
Who'd have thought that I could ramble on for?
That's why I only want ADHD people on this podcast.
Oh, are you assuming that I have a specific neurodivergence?
If you're neurotypical, you can get the fuck out.
No, I wasn't saying that I was neurotypical. I'm just saying that you assumed which one I am. And I think that's illegal. I think that's illegal. So that's more leverage I have to blackmail you later.
You know what else you have leverage on?
Sure.
When you plank.
And that's, well, you know,
You're like a big lever.
it's over. Those days are over. They're behind me. But maybe it's my next career upgrade. I don't know.
Yeah, no, you're probably going to get fired from your current job for doing the Harlem Shake or something. Ice bucket challenge on a computer.
No, I think Harlem Shakes, you know, I'm into dancing, so that's a little bit more
You are.
my speed. Anyway.
Let's just dance right out of here.
All right. Do you have a sound effect for...
Well, say
Play
bye
it
to
out.
Dustyn. Oh, he's out of here. Oh, he's just sashayed the fuck out of here. And that concludes another just thrilling episode of RIF'd. He's actually still here. He didn't even dance out of here.
Shh, don't tell him.
Yeah. And you know what? I give this episode a full-on, fucking crushed it.
You have so many hands. It's impressive.
Yeah. You have no idea. You have some idea.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right, fuck it. This is over. We're done. All right,
bye-bye.
bye. I love y'all. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to check out riftpodcast.com and also my Instagram, which I think is Rift Podcast. I don't even know, but I'm on there too. And I'm on Twitter, Rift Pod, @RiftPod. It's X. I hate it.